Hold on, sorry. Okay.
Hi, Lauren. It's so good to see you. How are you?
Hi, Shelly. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Oh, it's so good to see you. It's been so long.
Thank you for taking the time to sit down and talk today about the SF soda tax and your role in the committee.
You're so welcome. Thank you for taking the time too. It's fun to have a conversation with you.
Well, let's go ahead and jump in. Why is the SF soda tax so important, and how does it encourage healthier choices?
So the SF soda tax encourages healthy choices. I think on one side, the idea is to discourage people from consuming sugary sweetened beverages, but I think more importantly, the funds that are generated from it are going back to different programs that are to help encourage healthier habits. It's providing other alternatives and better access to better calories that discourage the consumption of sugary sweetened beverages or the need to rely on sugary sweetened beverages.
Lauren, what is the one thing that you want San Franciscans to know about the SF soda tax?
I want San Franciscans to know and to trust that the money is actually going back directly into the community. It's going into the hands of low-income adults to buy fresh fruits and vegetables. It's going into the hands of people who are feeding the community. It is going into the hands of people who are running after-school programs, who are getting kids outside. This money is getting directly back into the hands of those folks that need it the most.
What is the SF soda tax? And also, what is your chair on the committee?
The soda tax is a group of local public health, city, and community experts that have come together to help make recommendations to the mayor and to the board of supervisors on the best way to spend the revenue generated from the SF soda tax. And for my role, I fill one of two seats allocated for SFUSD. And the idea is that we are here to represent 56,000 students that represent the community.
I love how you mentioned that the SF Soda Tax Committee really makes it a point to highlight the voices of San Franciscans. One thing that really stood out to me about the soda tax is that the funding wasn't just going to the program and design element of community-based organizations, but for example, the Healthy Retail program was funded, and that was specifically for community engagement around healthy retail. So the hiring of people from the communities that are most impacted by sugar sweetened beverages and predatory marketing. So that's one thing that I really like about the SF soda tax is that the money not only goes to the community, but it also supports community-based organizations and hiring people who are experts in their own lived experiences. What are some of the programs when you think about the types of community-based organizations and programming that has been funded through the SF soda tax? What are some of the programs that stand out the most to you?
The funding for the student nutrition meal program stands out to me in such a big way. Historically, as school food is very underfunded. And so to be able to have funds to not only do the bare minimum of just providing meals, but to go above and beyond and actually to provide quality meals and also to engage with the community that they're serving is incredible to see that happening. And what we're seeing is more kids are participating. We're seeing school food become more of a resource in the community.
Speaking of how the soda tax works to be able to provide healthier options for people in underserved communities, how do you feel that the soda tax goes to promote racial equity in San Francisco?
The committee is really focused on ensuring that the funds that are generated are really going back to communities that are underrepresented, communities that are disproportionately impacted, communities that have higher rates of a lot of the diseases that are identified as related to the consumption of sugar and sugary sweetened beverages, and ensuring that they have access to resources that they need to be able to live healthier lives.
Thinking in terms of our current situations right now, experiencing the COVID-19 pandemic, why do you think that the SF soda tax is relevant right now during this time?
You know, the dramatic economic inequality and health disparities are only growing, and we've seen this over the last couple of years. And I think even now, as with the pandemic and more people are losing jobs, I'm worried that those disparities are only getting more pronounced in the city. And And so to have an entire committee and to have a surprisingly large pot of money to be able to continue to elevate those voices, right? And not only to provide money to the communities that need it most, but to work on or to help bring their voices to the table and to empower them to provide jobs, to provide capacity building at a time when that disparity is growing even greater, can really help build the resiliency of the community.
What does it mean to be healthy to you, and why is that important?
For me, being healthy is balance. It's about balance. It's about eating healthy, getting enough sleep, staying active. Especially right now, working from home, I've been really making a point to get outside every single day. I love to ride my bike for fun and for exercise. I also love to ride my bike for commuting. I call it stealing fitness, but I get to, by commuting by bike, it's a slower pace. It kind of gets me ready for my day.
Also, when I think of you, I definitely think of your bike too. I've never seen you without your bike or without your helmet in hand. What type of impact are you hoping to see as a result of the SF soda tax?
One thing I really hope is that this is going to continue to strengthen that weaving within the city that really makes the city what it is and helps to strengthen that and build that up. And I also just want to see a city that learns to help each other and works together to create the environment that we all want to live in.
Well, thanks for chatting, Lauren. This was great. It was so awesome to get to just talk to you and hear more about your role with the committee and just your thoughts on the SF soda tax. So thank you.
Absolutely. It was great to see you and great to have this conversation. And if you're interested in learning more, you can visit us at sodatax-sf.org and check out the hashtag SFSodaTax.